A high school student in Tokyo was walking home from cram school in the middle of a cold winter night. While Tokyo is a dangerous city for a young girl at night, she felt relatively safe in her small neighborhood in the outskirts of the city. As she's walking, she sees a shadow dimly lit by a single streetlight.
I'm pretty?
The girl thinks for a moment. She knows exactly who she's up against. Everyone in Japan knows who this woman is.
Yes?
What happened? Quite possibly the most quintessential Japanese urban legend yokai, the Kuchisake Onna, or the slit-mouth woman, has terrified the people of Japan for centuries. The terror of the Kuchisake Onna defies cultural boundaries, and her story is told all around the world. She's been reportedly sighted in Japan, Korea, China, Taiwan, who knows where else. Movies, manga, games. Her impact on Japanese culture is immense and cannot be understated. An ambushed predator yokai, it waits for its prey in the dead of night, in alleys, or out in the open streets. It looks for lonely children and asks them a simple question.
Do you think I'm pretty?
While her story only truly began to take Japan by storm in the 1970s, a folklorist by the name of Matthew Meyer claims that the story originates further back, all the way back to the Edo period of Japan, though this is disputed and can also be traced back to the Heian period. The story goes that there was once a samurai that was married to a beautiful woman. But due to his increasing suspicions that the wife was having an affair, one night he returned home and ripped her mouth open from ear to ear while screaming, "Who will think you're pretty now?" Through this suffering, she became a vengeful yokai. Her yokai, while known as folklore throughout the centuries, had a resurgence in the 1970s. A woman was seen daily watching the local school children in the countryside. One day, "危ないぞ." The news spread like wildfire. In every corner of Japan, children were curfewed and sent home in groups. In one source, my husband says he remembers for several months his little brother going out to the garden before school and filling his book bag with rocks. When asked why, he said the Kuchisake Onna targeted kids coming home from school, and it was the only chance he had against her. So, the Kuchisake Onna roams Japan in search of prey to rip open their mouths. What can you do to protect yourself if you ever have an unfortunate encounter with the yokai? The Kuchisake Onna will always ask you two questions. She will first ask you, "Do you think I'm pretty?" If you say no, she will kill you right then and there. However, If you answer yes, she'll take off her mask and reveal her slit mouth. What about now? If you say no to her, she will kill you. But if you answer yes, she'll open your mouth so that you too can have a beautiful slit mouth as hers. But say you don't want a slit mouth, or don't have a death wish. There are a few ways to counter her questions, leaving her vulnerable, giving you ample time to make your escape. When she asks you if she's pretty, your first instinct is to answer her with a yes or no. Instead, tell her she's just average looking. Another method is to ask her another question when she asks you if you think she's pretty. What's your favorite yakisoba place? How's the weather today? Just don't ask her if she thinks you're pretty, as that will only get you a slit mouth sooner rather than later. Some other methods include throwing hard caramel candy on the floor, while others say repeating the word pomade 3 times will also get the yokai to search for another prey. As long as you follow these rules, your safety is guaranteed. However, in this day and age, almost everyone is wearing a surgical mask in public, so it's harder to find the Kuchisake Onna. She could be anyone, waiting, lying in wait for her next victim. So remember, kids, don't talk to strangers that approach you, or you may be going home with a ripped mouth. This is just one of many tales of the Orient, and there's many more to tell. So don't forget to like and subscribe to be notified when the next tale is up, and follow us on Instagram to keep up to date with our videos. Until then, we wish you a good night.